and welcome from Massachusetts, Salem, Massachusetts, that is. I'm so excited for today's video. I have been waiting for this fall trip. I am here with the family. So today we are going to be soaking up Salem. This is like the most iconic area to visit in October. However, I know it's going to be very busy, so I'm hoping that we can make the best of our day. I've heard that when you visit Salem, it's better to come in September. The only thing with coming in September, it's not decorated as much like for Halloween, but October is the month to visit. However, October is the most busiest month to visit Salem, Massachusetts, but it's okay. I do want to visit a few like little witchy fall coffee shops. I want to visit the Hocus Pocus filming areas, the Witches Museum. We'll see where the date takes us. I'm excited. I'm here with my entire family, and we're here just to enjoy a beautiful October day in Salem, soak up all the beautiful things about this beautiful city. And I'm going to also be doing a Boston, New England type vlog because let me tell you, I wish I would have came here a lot sooner. Boston is so beautiful. The architecture, everything here, it's beautiful. So we are going to get to it. Oh, and another thing, if you do visit Salem, we rented an Airbnb, but it was slim pickings. If you plan on renting an Airbnb, I highly suggest you do this, like from what I've heard, a year in advance. Airbnb that we have is a little bit on the smaller end. However, it is so close, within 5 minutes to get to the beach. There's a little coastline here, and it's so gorgeous. Weather is perfect. Today, the high is going to be like 59 and the low 44. But when you're walking and sightseeing, I'm sure it's going to get a little warmer. But so excited, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some shoes. We're going to get ready to go. And let's just have a wonderful time in Salem. Once we arrived to the town of Salem, we made our way to Essex Street. Essex Street is the main street which will lead you to all of the museums. It will lead you to the filming locations from Hocus Pocus, and you will see some fun and spooky characters out. And I was enjoying every minute of the fall foliage, the scenery, and it was so much fun once we've arrived. There were so many spooky characters down Essex Street, and I got so spooked when I saw Jason down the alley. I'm typically not a fan of scary things, so he did catch me off guard. But a little history on Salem. If you didn't know why Salem, Massachusetts is so popular, it's because it's famous for its history, including the 1692 Salem witch trial and its many historic sites and museums. We were not lucky on this trip. All the museums were sold out. We didn't get a chance to, unfortunately, buy tickets, but we made a day out of it of sightseeing and viewing all the iconic spots that Salem does have to offer. We finally made our way to the Salem Witch Museum, which we were able to admire from afar. And then across the street was a park full of food vendors. And of course, I spotted some apple cider donuts. I must say, those are probably the best apple cider donuts that I have ever had. My son absolutely loved them, and I am still daydreaming of those donuts. I wish I was able to take some back home. Then after eating the donuts, we made our way to a park where we got to admire and play in the leaves, and then made our way to the neighborhood nearby and admire all the homes decorated so beautifully for Halloween. Kind of reminded me like being in a Halloween movie or fall movie, and they looked so picturesque and they were just so beautiful to admire. And then we stumbled upon a cookie shop called Fatty's, and those cookies were so good. We definitely needed some fuel. Definitely found the sweet treats along the way, and we made it back to Essex Street to continue walking in the shops and admiring all the Halloween characters. We then arrived to Rope's mansion, which was part of the classic movie Hocus Pocus. One of the most memorable scenes in the film was when Max attends the Halloween party at Allison's house. Probably one of my favorite Halloween movies. And then we made our way back to the garden, which we got to witness the most sweetest, tender proposal. We were congratulating the newly engaged couple, and everyone was so happy for them. We then continued to admire all the beautiful, vibrant flowers in the garden. We then arrived to the witch house, which is one of the few structures you can visit in Salem with direct ties to the Salem witch trials of 1692. And then we made our way to the iconic Bewitch statue. Some background on the statue. It was erected in 2005 to commemorate the show's filming in the city and to celebrate its role in making Salem a tourist destination. So this was also on our bucket list while visiting Salem to go ahead and take pictures and look at the iconic Bewitch statue.
We are hungry and we're about to go get something to eat because we have been walking all day and I have been having such a fabulous time here. So we need to fuel up so we can keep exploring.
We decided to end the night and eat at the harbor since every restaurant was about a 2 to 3 hour wait on Essex Street. So if you don't have a reservation, I highly suggest you go somewhere else to have dinner. It was worth it because we had the view of the harbor while we enjoyed a wonderful dinner. I just made it back to the Airbnb and we had such an amazing time today. Salem was everything that we ever dreamed of. It is the spot, it is the town of Halloween. It is a little witchy town. You saw all types of characters and it was just so fun walking through the town, admiring the fall foliage. It was just so stunningly beautiful. The architecture of the buildings, beautiful. I don't know how to describe it, but it was just absolutely beautiful. The weather was perfect. I think today the high was like 65 degrees and then it's going to dip down in the 40s, but you're walking, the sun is nice and bright, the air is crisp. So it was just such a perfect day to go ahead and visit Salem. I will tell you, if you still plan on visiting Salem, I know October is by far their most busiest month. If you look on their website, the city of Salem, they have a map, and this is what I did before I came here. And they have satellite parking at different locations. Where we parked at was at Salem High School, and then there's a free shuttle that brings you from the high school into the town of Salem, because the town already is very crowded and congested. So if you plan on finding parking, you're not going to find any parking. It is extremely packed with lots of tourists. And we went ahead and did our homework prior to, and that's why we found on their city site to park at the high school, and they provide free shuttle during the month of October. So we also got there around 11 o'clock, and I will say that is the perfect time. It was pretty packed at 11 o'clock, but nothing like around the 4 o'clock hour. If you get there anytime after like 3 or 4 o'clock, it starts to become so packed that it's hard to maneuver and just kind of get around. One place that I had on my agenda, I wanted to visit, I think it was called Black Craft Black Craft coffee shop, and they have like a little built-in mini haunted house in that coffee shop, but the line was wrapped around the building, so there's no way that we were going to go ahead and make that line. I think it was probably a good 2-hour wait. And that just brings another point. All of the shops or like eateries, anything, that they have very long lines. So if you plan on wanting to go to any of those places, I get there early, because if not, you're looking at a 2 to 3 hour wait. And it's just, there's no way that, you know, we were going to wait in the line that long, because we just wanted to take in, you know, all the beautiful scenery of Salem. So there was a lot of things that we didn't get to do. If you want to book tickets to a museum, book them far, far in advance. Obviously, we weren't that lucky to be able to book some tickets. So we were just admiring the buildings and just everything that Salem has to offer. So we did not get to do any of the museums, any of the tours, because everything sells out within seconds. So that was not in the cards for us, but that's okay. You can seriously go to Salem and enjoy a wonderful time just walking through the town. And let me tell you, I bought the apple cider donuts, and they were delicious. So that was a huge highlight for me. I wanted fresh apple cider donuts, did not disappoint. So we had an amazing time. So if you do come to Salem, we did Salem in 24 hours, and that's more than enough. I mean, obviously you could spend more than 24 hours, but to us, 24 hours in Salem was perfect. So you do come out here, just let you know, you will have a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful time. I am Poop, guys. We have been running around all day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you from the city of Boston next. We're going to do a lot of exploring, and of course, I'm going to take you guys with me. So on that note, I'm going to say goodnight and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Bye.